All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Gangsta Talk. Sorry we don't have the music today, but my sidekick, she's busy. She's on the job today. So shout out to everybody who came in and those who are on their way in. Um, I wasn't going to do a podcast today, but I changed my mind. And I've been reading some things that kind of pissed me off. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about the beauty supply situation between black women and Koreans. Well, it would seem that black women are taking it into their own hands and they're trying to single handedly take over the beauty supply industry, and they should because they spend the most money there. But they're being met with some stiff resistance and some racism by Koreans who seem to have a lot of resources and a lot of people to back them up. So the black woman has a dilemma. She needs manufacturing and she needs people to help her distribute. She's got the salons. She's already starting to start many of the salons all across America. But it's the distribution and the manufacturing that's holding her back. Now, what's pissing me off is this. The reason why I call this title Beauty Supply Cowards is because when you listen to the black men who respond to this, the things that they're saying, they're pretty much saying that the black woman is on her own. And I don't understand that because the Korean who's fighting against the black woman to try and stop her from taking over the beauty supply industry in which the Koreans have held in check for, many a decades. They've raised their children off that money and they've sent their children to college, never given a damn to any of our children. Now that they are intimidated and they are threatened by black women understanding that, hey, we make this industry, so why don't we take it for ourselves? And they should. She doesn't have any support from the black man. Now that Korean has support from his woman. So the black woman is fighting against not only a race of people, but she's fighting against the man and the female of that race because they're working together to try to stop her. The black woman is fighting on her own, and she shouldn't be. We have cowards talking about, well, there's nothing a black man could do. Black women, you're on your own. What do you mean there's nothing a black man could do? I mean, she needs distribution, she needs manufacturing. Why can't you get your black ass down there and open up some distribution places and get some people together to try to manufacture this type of product? You have Africa. You can work things out over there with Africans to get manufacturing going. And you can set up distribution centers over here to where the black woman can buy from because what's happening is they're trying to close her route. Since they have a monopoly on distribution and they have a monopoly on manufacturing, they're not selling to the black woman. If she's black, they're not selling to her. So she's facing blatant racism. And what's killing me is that these Negroes who are talking about it don't want to get up and help her. They don't want to lift a finger to help her. This is an opportunity for you to come to the aid of your woman and help her get a leg up in the business that's a multi-billion-dollar business. I mean, what are you doing? And all you can say is, well, black woman, you're on your own. What the fuck are you talking about? That Korean man isn't on his own. His woman is right by his side, and both of them are taking the fight to the black woman. Why is it that the black woman have to fight these people all by herself? When is the black man going to ever stand up for his woman? Stop lusting after other people's women. Now, this Asian woman that you hold so near and dear to your heart, she is siding with her man and she's against the black woman too. So it's two against one. You're talking about an entire race of Koreans going after the black woman and trying to close her out and block her from succeeding in this business and successfully taking it over. And why shouldn't black women have a leg up in this business? They're the ones who spend the most money in it. And the Koreans know that, so they're doing everything in their power to keep her blocked out. While you got black men who are doing everything in their power to remain cowards. I can't believe that you're going to let her sit out here and fight this all by herself. You're not going to come to her side. You're not going to come and help her. This is a chance for black men to close the gap with black women. This is a multi-billion-dollar business, bro. And you don't want to help her. You want to leave her alone. And and I'm sick and tired of hearing. It's starting to make me physically sick to hear a lot of you dudes talk, man. I'm serious, man. The lack of manhood is terrible. It's physically sickening to hear what many of you have turned into. Hiding behind shit, talking about, well, the black man can't do nothing. The black one's on her own. She shouldn't be on her own, and there is plenty that you can do. Before I get going and go a little further here, let me get a sound check. Can anybody hear me in the chat? Abby, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I
Okay,
can hear
good.
you
All
very
right.
well.
Right. Okay, good. And so now we have a situation now. When it comes to the black woman, I see that you cowards don't want to lift a hand to help black women, but you want her to submit to you. You want her to do all of these things, but you don't want to lift a hand to help her. Here you have a huge chance right now to gain ground with the black woman to save some face and try to reestablish something with the black woman, and you won't even do it. You too afraid to do it. You scared of everything. I mean, you just being a scared fucking coward. That's all you niggas are, man. Y'all just nothing but scared cowards. I can't believe you sitting up here talking about she's on her own. She shouldn't be on her own. That Korean man isn't on his own. His woman is fighting by his side. They're trying to make sure that they keep that money coming in. The black woman is making a power move. She's making a brave move. She's trying to cut in on this industry because she understands that she spends the most money. So why shouldn't she have a piece of the pie? We too busy talking about bullshit. We're too busy talking about shit that don't matter to us. We're chasing drama and shit. But when shit like this come up, when we really need to stand together as a people to help our women out, and we're not doing it, this is what's fucked up. This is what's sad about the whole situation. We got black men talking about the black woman is on her own. Black men can do nothing about this. You can do everything about this. What the fuck you mean you can't do nothing about this? You're just too fucking scared to do anything at all. And I'm just sick and tired of you cowards, man. It's getting so bad that it's making my stomach hurt. I'll be right back. Y'all got to go on mute real quick.
Oh, okay. You see what Mas is saying. You see, that is exactly the thing that we blacks we have to do because as we being black people we need to establish our things in the black communities than we buying it from the Colombia. Sorry, things we can buy it from them. You see, they have been doing it. They know that no one is going to buy it from them except we the blacks because we are using it. So it's the fault of our men who doesn't appreciate the women. That's why the women have been buying those things. They are so beautiful. No man is going to find this kind of beautician for himself because we are natural. With the black women, our natural beauty is very, very so nice when we men appreciate it and they tell us, women, we love you. You are so beautiful. But see, the men are not doing that. They are not doing that. And then they leave us for we do, and they tell us the women we are on our own. How can we be on our own without you, the men, supporting us?
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Thanks, Abby.
We can.
Abby, can you hear me?
Okay. You
Huh?
very well. Yes.
Abby,
Okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yes, I can hear you very
Okay,
well. Okay.
okay. Go back on mute. I'm gonna bring you in a minute, but go back on mute for right now. All right. So, like I was saying, right? Like I was saying, right? So, you want to sit here and tell the black woman that she's on her own. Well, if that's the case, then you can never ask her anymore for submission. No, don't sit up here and ask for submission. Don't sit up here and ask for anything. Right now, she's making a power move, and you have an opportunity right now to really make some headway, to really stand up and be counted in this world. If you can take over the beauty supply business, nigga, you're gonna gain power. Okay? The black woman is smart. I keep trying to tell y'all, black women are smart. She knows exactly what she's doing. Going after the beauty industry because she is the one who is the vanguard. Hold on one second. I'm trying to. Man, can't believe what I just did. How in the world I just missed that? She is the vanguard of what's going on here. And hold on one second. I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. Got it. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm eating my lunch. Got me some grapes. But anyway, so so what she's doing right now. Now we're going to also discuss this on Ladies' Night, right? We got more about this, but let me tell you something. The black woman wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for you coward ass niggas. And let me tell you why. See, I always look. I'm a cause and effect person, right? Some people always want to talk about enabling and stuff like that, but you have to look at what causes things. Okay, you have to look at how these things come about. Why is the black woman knee deep in the beauty supply business, buying weave and all of this stuff, and the makeup industry when she don't control the industry, and neither do black men? But you have foreign people making all of this money. Why is she in this position in the first place? Well, some people will say, well, the black woman likes to look pretty. She likes to look nice. Absolutely, she does. But is it because she likes to look nice? Or is it because her man doesn't support her natural beauty? You don't hardly see other women doing this. You don't see other women buying hair. You don't see other women doing these things because their men set the standard of beauty for their women. I mean, they got their women plastered on every damn thing. They make sure they show the world how beautiful their women are. What is the black man doing? When are you going to show the world how beautiful your black women are? When are you going to post her, a picture of her on your businesses, in your magazines, on your CD covers, whatever you do? When are you going to set the standard of beauty for your black woman and show the world that you have the most beautiful woman? When are you going to start telling the black woman that you love her and that her natural beauty is enough? See, if you've been telling her, if you've been accepting her natural beauty as real beauty, which is what it is, she probably wouldn't be knee deep in this situation. You may have a few, but you probably wouldn't have it to this degree. Because why would she need to do all of that when her men accept her natural beauty? See, if a woman has short hair, naturally short hair, and that's as long as her hair grows, why isn't she beautiful? Why can't she be beautiful with short hair? Why are you telling her she needs to go put on a wig? Why are you telling her she needs to go put extensions in her hair? In order for you to like her, in order for you to connect to her, she has to be something that she's not. If her hair only grows to a certain length naturally, then that is what it is. Why isn't that accepted? Why do you have to make her or tell her in order for her to be with you, in order for you to be attracted to her, she has to go do something different to her hair. She has to go add in something that's really not a part of her hair. Why are you telling her that? Why aren't you accepting the fact that her hair is naturally is full length? If it happens to be short, so what? Why is that a problem? See, this is the problem. This is the issue that we're having when you're not accepting the natural beauty of your women and you're telling them that they need to go and dress up like white women. See, here's a problem I have with you guys. Black, you Negroes, all you want to do is swirl. You swirl so much. I keep telling you that women are reactionary, especially black women. You swirl so much that they're trying to look like the women that you're swirling with in order to get your attention. First of all, I'm offended that the black woman has to compete for a black man. That's offensive. As a black man, you should be offended that the black woman has to compete for you. Are you kidding me? She shouldn't have to compete for you. There should be an abundance of black men for her to choose from. Just like there's an abundance of black women out here for us to choose from. And you guys don't even want to do that. Y'all want to go and swirl. And so you're swirling with Mei Ling, you're swirling with Becky, with all this fake hair. And so some women believe that in order for them to get your attention, they need to look like this themselves. They need to bleach their skin. They need to go and get the fake hair put in. Now, I'm not saying all of them. I'm certainly not a woman, and I'm not trying to read the minds of the women. I'm just going off of some of the things that my sisters are telling me. I'm always talking to women. Women are in the E Nation. I confer back and forth with them, and they school me on different things. But some of them, but they have said some women are trying to please men by doing this. Now they're not saying all women are trying to please men. So I want to make that very clear. But they're saying a lot of women are doing this because they're trying to get the attention of black men because black men are out here swirling. So they're trying to look like the women that black men are swirling with. And it's offensive to say that the black woman has to compete for a black man. There should be an abundance of decent black men. If you fathers would do what you're supposed to do and raise your boys to be upstanding, classy gentlemen, there wouldn't be any need for any competition because there would be a large number of good men for black women to choose from, and we wouldn't have this issue. If you would tell her that she's beautiful, if you will accept her natural beauty and praise her natural beauty, then maybe she wouldn't be knee deep in the beauty supply industry. Maybe she wouldn't be fighting other women over hair. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that this will stop them from getting their hair and nails done. I don't think that's ever going to happen because women love to get their hair and nails done. I get it. But as far as this other shit with the bleaching of the skin, these extensions and all this other stuff that's harmful to them, maybe they wouldn't be doing that if you would show them some love, if you would set the standard of beauty. See, if we put pictures everywhere of a black woman, let's say the black woman has short hair, okay? She doesn't have the long, luxurious hair, and she has short hair. And we put her picture on something, and we're pushing that around town. This is her natural look, and then we're praising this as a beautiful black woman. This sends messages to the other black women. It makes them feel good that this type of beauty, natural beauty, is accepted amongst black men. We have to see the beauty in our women. It's just like you punks when you see a woman that's overweight. You should want to do something about it. You know, you shouldn't sit there and ridicule them and make them feel worse. It's obvious they already have an issue if they're overweight. They don't need you making them feel worse. How about you do something different and surprise people by giving a damn and trying to help? And see if you can help her get rid of the weight. See, I'm into helping out people. I'm not into tearing out people down. I hear a lot of people online talking about, well, you're enabling people. Well, walking away from someone that needs help is not helping. I guess if you go and you try to help someone, you are enabling them. I don't know what that means. Not anymore. I used to. But from what I see out here, even if you help someone, you are enabling them. Enabling them took on a whole different meaning now in 2021. If you help somebody, you are enabling them. I don't understand that. Whatever happened to kindness? Whatever happened to true spiritual kindness? Whatever happened to, compassion? Whatever happened to love for each other? Many of you say that you are Christians. If you are Christians, then that means you have the ability to care about someone that you do not know or you've never met. If you do not have that ability, then you cannot call yourself a Christian. Many people think that they know what a Christian is, and they talk a good game. They can quote scriptures. They can trap you in the Bible with scriptures. But how many Christians understand what it truly means to be a living Christian? A person that truly lives by the word of the Creator and not talk about it, but live that way. How many of them can really say that that is what they do? I'm going to tell you right now, the ones that I hear online have no idea what a Christian really is. A Christian is just something you talk. It's something that you be. It's something that you live. It's something that people have to see in you through your deeds. Not by what you say that comes out of your mouth. Because you are a Bible scholar does not make you a Christian. Because you think you know what entails being a Christian verbally does not make you a Christian. Where is your works as a Christian so that we may recognize you as a Christian through the works and the fruit that you bear? Many of you have the gift of gab, but when it comes down to the fruit that you must bear so that we may know who you are, your basket is empty. You have no fruit in your basket. So when we hear all of this talk about what is a Christian and what is a person of God or whatever, and we look in the basket and we see no fruit, then we know right off you are not who you claim to be. Although you talk a good game, but your basket tells us, your empty basket tells us that you are not who you claim to be. We have gotten to the point where hatred and evilness is a way of life now. It's almost like it's a trend, right? Many of you now have taken evil to the point where it's cool to be evil. It's cool for you to be nasty and mean to someone. I've even heard people make fun of pregnant women. And y'all have heard me say before that I think that there's nothing more beautiful in this world than a black woman with child. But we have so many demonic possessed Negroes that they don't have any care for children whatsoever. Yeah, Mika, what I was careful as to word that like not all black women are doing that. You know, some black women are doing it. I'm not saying that all black women are doing it. Okay. But my thing is, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm eating some grapes. My thing is, you don't support your woman at all. So you don't support her, there shouldn't be anything you expect from her. We don't got to the point now. Many of you can't show any kind of compassion whatsoever. It's like you've been, I don't know, it's like you're some kind of broken toy. You don't know how to feel. You don't know how to love. You don't know how to care. You don't know how to do none of it. And the black woman needs men that care. She needs men that love her. Like I said, if a woman is 5'4", she's 165 pounds, maybe 170 pounds at 5'4", and she has short hair, maybe some chubby cheeks, right? Many of you will probably make fun of her. You would probably call her fat, talking about that's too much weight for her size. Because she has chubby cheeks, you want to make fun of her and call names. But you see, when you do stuff like that, that's not the mentality of an adult male. That is the mentality of a child or a teenager. So if you're 35 and you're 40, and you're ridiculing a woman who's 5'4", a buck 75 or a buck 80 with chubby cheeks, then you are in fact an immature child yourself. Because a caring man would never do anything like that because for one, it's childish. Grow up and become an adult. Now, if she's having some complications, a lot of women don't lose weight as quick as men do. Now, some can lose weight pretty fast, but most cannot. Some even have the thought in their mind that they can't lose weight. So that's where you're supposed to come in and say, yes, you can lose weight. Here's how you do it. Some of them just don't have the knowledge. And you're supposed to be there helping. You're supposed to be there encouraging. You're supposed to be there working with, holding her hand, guiding her, showing her comfort, showing her that she doesn't have to do this by herself. If you were more caring and loving, things would be much better with relations between black men and black women. Why won't you guys try the other side for a change and see if it works? Now, you've been doing the hate thing for a while now, right? You've been hating black women for a while. You've been blessing them out for a while. You've been calling them all kinds of names. You've been saying all kinds of negative things about them. That's gotten you nowhere. As a matter of fact, all that's gotten you is enemies, because I'm most certainly your enemy. And I'm your enemy because you are an enemy to black women. As far as I'm concerned, black women are black people. Black women are all of us because as we all come from a woman. Both of us. A black woman comes from a black woman and a black man comes from a black woman. So black women are black people, period. And when you turn against them, it makes a man like me your enemy. And men like me, we are your natural enemies. Because you've turned against our women. Now, this hasn't worked out well for you. You're actually getting more and more enemies by the day. So before things get out of control for you, and they will, if you continue this course of action, why don't you try the opposite? Why don't you try showing some love and some compassion? Why don't you try helping? Why don't you try encouraging? Why don't you try guiding? If a woman has an eating issue, taking her to a restaurant and snatching the menu out of her hand and humiliating her isn't the way to get her to change that eating issue. All that shows is that you're an asshole and you're a piece of shit. And you don't care about the woman that you just humiliated. It's not the way you do things. There's nothing wrong with being kind to someone. Something wrong with being kind to a woman. Being kind and being gentle and being caring and loving doesn't make you weak. I don't know where you guys get that from. I'm not weak. If you run down on me, I can definitely show you that I'm not. But I don't get into all of that because, like I said, I'm not a keyboard gangster. But kindness and gentleness and, you know, compassion and loving doesn't make you weak. Matter of fact, it shows just how strong of a person you are. It's easy to go around here and live in the negative, to live a negative life and say bad things and ridicule people and start trouble. And it's easy to get into trouble. It's easy to do bad things. It takes a little bit more genuine effort, a little bit more righteousness of the heart to do the right thing, to consistently do good things or try to do good things on a daily basis, to show kindness to people, to put good energy out here into the universe. So that good energy can be shared by all of us. The more negativity that you bring, the more bad energy that you put out here in the universe that affects everyone. You know, you guys are always talking about 4 out of 5 black women are overweight. How about 4 out of 5 black women who raised a child where the father walked out on her? Or better yet, 5 out of 5 black women who raised a child that the father walked out on. How about we do that? You say 4 out of 5 black women overweight. I say 5 out of 5 black women raised children that the father walked out on. How about 5 out of 5 black men? Well, I wouldn't say 5 out of 5 because my friend. How about 4 out of 5 black men are deadbeat dads? How about that? So you don't want to address that. We don't want to get into that though, right? See, it's always about what the black woman is doing, what she has done. But let me explain something to you. If it wasn't for black women, many of you would have ended up in foster homes. You would have had nowhere to really lay your head to call your home. See, some of you right now are products of a single baby mama, and you don't want to admit it. Some of you haven't grown up yet, even though you're 35, 40 years old. Still got your comic book mentality, talking about Spider-Man and all of that. But when you was growing up, it was your mother who was providing for you. Many of you wouldn't be here right now had your mother walked out the same day your father walked out. You said that black women ruined the community. I said the black woman did everything she could to hold down the community. Because when you look at those homes on the block, those homes got a lot of single mothers in them. Those homes or apartments are maintained by single mothers who are raising children all by themselves. So they didn't ruin anything. They tried their best to maintain and uphold the community. You are the one that ruined it. And you don't want to take responsibility for ruining the community. You just want to take the coward way out and point fingers and lay blame. That's why you run around here and you hide and create these phony factions like the Hebrew Mizraelites, the Save Yourself Black Man, the Manoqueers, the red pill ragers, the MGTOWs. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all sound like big ass fucking pussies. No other race of men is doing this. You're the only one running around here with all these little girly factions where people are questioning your sexuality. What kind of man wants to run with a group of men all of the time? Want to be around men all of the time? I don't want to be around men none of the damn time. I got friends, we don't even like being around each other unless there's a woman present. I mean, if you like being around men, there's something's not right. I mean, you guys are taking pictures with each other, hugging, and I mean, what's going on here? I mean, this is why you hate women, because you feel that she's competition for you because you want to court men and you don't want those men courting women? Is that why you're upset? Is that why you talk about the black woman with so much hatred because she's stealing your man? You feel that she's stealing your men? Well, this is the way I look at it. You can stay mad all you want. You're never going to replace the black woman. You need to stop thinking like that. Two, you can never get what she gets. You'll never be able to stand against her in that capacity. You can absolutely forget about it. Nobody is going to look at you the way they look at black women. Nobody is going to want to take care of you the way they want to take care of a woman. A man's natural job on this earth is to take care of his women and children. Without them, he has no purpose of even existing. Like I said before, if you took the women out of the equation, men would just die. We would do nothing. We would stop working. There would be no reason to work. There would be no reason to harbor resources. There would be no reason to do it. There would be no point to life. Now, you can go back to the Greeks, right? All the way back to the island of Lesbos, where the Greeks were known as the lovers of boys, right? They banished their women to an island, but even they did not get rid of their women because they needed women. Now, they were a bunch of homos, but they needed women. They weren't stupid. I mean, the Chinese nearly annihilated themselves trying to get rid of their women. So you guys want women on your own terms. You are weak. You are feebled. And so you want women as slaves because you're weak. You see, that's a weak mentality. See, a strong mentality, right? A strong man, women submit to him willingly. And that's what you guys don't have. You don't have that strong, manly presence that overwhelms a woman to the point where all of her well, I can't give the word right now, but it makes her willingly give herself to you. That's what you guys want. You've seen other guys have that, you know, other guys who have the stuff that women want. And women will throw themselves at these men. You guys want that, but you can't get that because you don't have it in you. Well, for one, to even become somewhere close to that, right? You can't be a coward. So y'all disqualify right off the bat because women don't throw themselves at cowards. You have to understand, you see, this coward thing, it doesn't work because when women see how cowardly you are, then they know automatically that you can't protect them. And women need protection because they have children. They nest in the environment. So they need maximum protection. And they know that they can't be protected by a coward. Who are you going to protect? If you're a coward, then what are you going to protect them from? I mean, think about this here, right? You're a coward. So another woman can come into your abode and attack your women and children because you too cowardly to even do anything to her. Another woman can punk you out. So the coward thing is not the right way to go. You aren't going to get any women to submit to you by being a coward. I heard somebody say, why go after people like you? Because we are living in a different time now. Too many people don't understand common things or common sense things or things that they should understand easily. And so they may need a little help. And then I'm not into allowing a parasite to roam free or a germ so that germ can infect people. I'm not into that. I'd rather remove the germ so people don't get infected. Some people don't mind the germ. Some people say stay away from the germ. I'm not a stay away from the germ type person. I am a eliminate the germ type person. Now, some people don't agree with that, and that's fine. I don't agree with some of them either. I don't agree with allowing the germ to infect as many people as possible by telling other people to stay away. It's like that scenario I said when you have a barrel full of poison and you put that barrel in front of a bunch of people and then they go into that barrel and they get poisoned and die. I'm not coming after those people. I'm coming after the person who put the barrel there. See, that's what my major issue is. You put that barrel there. I don't give a damn if you put a sign there that says poison. That don't make me know never mind because people, a lot of people have mischief in them and they want to mess around with things. They want to play with things. They want to touch things that don't belong to them. And when you have a crowd of people, maybe 10, 20, or 30, there's always a chance there's one or two of those people in that crowd that's going to mess with that damn barrel and run back to the crowd, right? And screw something up and get somebody infected or poison somebody. That's why we don't put the barrel there. See, we don't be irresponsible and put a poison barrel there. I don't care if you got skull and crossbone signs. Don't put the barrel there. That's the way I see things. And I'm coming for you, the person who put the barrel there. Give me 1 second. I got to go on mute. Abby, take over for me for 1 second. I got to go on mute. Can you hear me? Give me 1 second, y'all. I got to plug in my headset. All right, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Now, can you guys hear me? Am I coming through? I'm going to make sure I'm coming through. Abby, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, brother. Yes.
Okay. I can't hear you in my headset.
Oh, okay.
Okay, stay right here. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was dropping up, but I don't know what where he get to. Yeah, I think there is a technical problem, so he's solving it so that he can come back. Yeah, he's having a technical problem, so
Okay,
try
okay, there we
to.
go. I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, am I coming in clear, y'all? Okay. So let me get back to what I was saying. So, you guys envy the guys that can make women submit willingly. This is something that you want and that you're not capable of because you're a coward. You see, a coward takes away that ability right off the bat. And if you're too cowardly to protect your woman, she's not going to be attracted to that. So you can pretty much forget about it. Excuse me. That's why some of you guys can't win with women because you don't understand that the woman sees you as a coward, among other things. But as soon as you smell coward, you got no shot. You got no shot because one of the main things with women is protection. And if you're too cowardly to do anything, to lift a finger to protect her, why would she want to be with you? And this is why some of you don't get it, right? You sit up here talking about I don't understand. I'm an educated lame, and why is she going with the Pookies and Ray Rays? Because the Pookies and Ray Rays can protect her. The Pookies and Ray Rays aren't cowards. You educated lames, uninspiring and dull and feeble. Remember that definition? We had some fun with that, with the term lame, uninspiring, dull, feeble. So you're uninspiring and dull, weak, and cowardly. So you're done when it comes to women. You got those attributes, man. You're done. You lucky if a woman even speak back to you. If she knows that you are weak, you're a coward, and then on top of that, you're uninspiring and you're dull. If she knows that, you'd be lucky if she even spoke back to you if you speak to her. Seriously. You probably couldn't even get in her way if she's walking down the street. You might just walk right through you and run your punk ass over. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do anything to her because you're a coward. You may just knock your little punk ass over and keep moving. So if you can't protect them, man, you can pretty much hang it up. I don't know a woman in the world that wants to be with a man that can't protect her. I'm not saying that they're not out there. I'm just saying I don't know any. And so now with this beauty supply thing, you got black women stepping up. They're tired of not owning any wealth in this country. And so they're taking it upon themselves to take on this industry. And you cowards are doing what cowards do. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. And you're gonna sit back and let your woman take on a whole race of people by herself. And note that that Korean man that she's fighting, his woman is fighting by his side. So it's two against one. Where are you to even up the odds? Oh, you're somewhere behind the keyboard being a coward and saying to the black woman that she's on her own. I mean, aren't you guys tired of being shameful? Like, aren't you tired of embarrassing us all as black men? I mean, you run to these factions, the sissy bims with the save yourself black man, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You get into these groups, and you know what? I'm kind of glad now that you guys got groups so you all can be together because we don't need guys like you in our communities. We really don't, because you will actually you will make the situation even worse. We can't have boys looking up to you guys and trying to get any teachings from guys like you. We don't need that. We don't need you to spread that kind of disease that you have onto our young boys. We need men, strong men, who are going to teach our boys the right way. Strong warriors, but kind, considerate, loving, and also be a gentleman to the women. But a warrior to the outside world. Okay? That's what we need. We don't need Sissy Bim College. Okay? We don't need any teachings from the maniqueers. We don't need to teach our boys to be sissies. Okay? We need real men to teach our boys how to be real men. Exactly, highly favored. Woman isn't going to go with a man that can't protect her. Now you may fool her for a while and get mad, okay, but once she figures out, I don't care if you're married, she's getting up out of there. Because like I said, the most important thing besides love, what's next to love for a woman is protection. She needs that protection so she can do her thing, so she can nest in the environment, bring beautiful children into this world. Okay? Be by your side, help you through things. Now, a lot of you get it mixed up. Y'all think that it's a one-sided show. It's not a one-sided show. If your woman cares for you, you care for her too. A lot of you think that the woman is just supposed to care for you and do for you, and you're supposed to never do anything for her. You're supposed to have no care for her well-being. You don't supposed to care for her health. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works at all. You're supposed to give a damn about her, just like she gives a damn about you. Okay? Many of you don't even want to see when your woman is sick. You don't even want to see to her when she's sick. I mean, I can sit up here and tell you a lot of stuff that screw you guys up when you're dealing with women. I keep telling you, caring is a big thing. If you don't care about the woman, if you don't care about her, you're not going to be in a relationship with her for long, if you're in a relationship at all. It's not a one-way street. You don't get to sit there and get waited on hand and foot and get tended to, and you don't give nothing out. You don't give anything back. I remember a dude didn't even know how to care for his woman. She loved this dude. She got sick one time and was in the hospital. This motherfucker bought her a newspaper. Didn't know how to care for her at all. That's why she ended up in the hospital. She on the bed in pain and whatnot. This nigga brings her a newspaper. Talking about read it, it'll calm you down, it'll make the pain go away. You have to be willing, if you listen, you have to be willing to show the kind of love to a woman that will erase all doubt in her mind about you. If you're not capable of that, then you're not fit to be a husband. You're not fit for any kind of courtship with a woman. You have to be able to show her the kind of love that will allow her to erase all doubt about you. A real man has no problem with that, shows that easily. You guys got a problem with it. You don't even know how to do it. But for one, you got a block already. You're a coward. You see, everything I'm talking about, you can't be a coward. You see, a coward, when you are afraid, that takes away everything. All bets are off. You must first bring some courage to the table. Now, you guys said something about what do women bring to the table. Well, let's flip it. Let's see what men bring to the table. You must first come to the table with some courage, some bravery, before you do anything else. If you can't put that on the table, then get away from the table. You don't belong at that table. Seriously, if you can't bring courage, you can't bring bravery to the table, you do not belong at that table with a woman. Get out of there and let a real man come to that table. If you can't bring steady employment so that you can show consistent financial resources, you at the wrong table. Get away from that table, let a real man come to that table. If you can't show genuine care for your woman, like if she's sick, she got a headache, and you don't do anything about it, get away from that table. If your woman had a headache, let's just say she had a bad headache one day, and you had nothing in the house that can take that headache away, and the nearest store was 6 miles away, what would you do? Some of you probably say nothing. Well, here's what I would do. If she can walk, if I can get her up, I would bring her with me into the car so I can keep an eye on her, and I would drive all the way to the store and get her something for her headache. If that doesn't work, I will take her to the hospital. But I wouldn't leave her in the house by herself knowing that there's something wrong with her. I will bring her into the car with me so I can keep an eye on her And if she gets worse while I'm on my way to the store, then I'm making a beeline to the hospital. That's why you bring her with you. You don't leave her in the house by herself because it could be more than a headache. She may pass out and may never wake back up. That's why you take her with you. Because if she's getting worse, then you go straight to the hospital. But you guys would call that being a simp, right? You call that being a simp because a lot of you are incapable of loving your woman. And you're wondering why you don't have any. See, this is real talk right here. A lot of you are incapable of loving your woman. That's why you don't have one. That's why you can't keep the one that you did have because you are incapable of loving her. Women need love. We've talked about this before. Women need love. If you cannot give it to them, then you will not stay in a relationship with them because they have no incentive to stay. They're not getting the fuel that they need. See, love is like fuel to women, right? They're not getting that. They don't feel loved. They don't feel wanted. They don't feel needed. And eventually they drift and then they boom, they out the door. Poof, gone. Disappeared, not here. Out of here. And so when I hear guys say that the black woman is on her own because now she has taken on a fight that she should fight because she does spend the most money in the beauty supply industry. She purchases all of the weave, just about the products, the hair care products. Why shouldn't she have control over that industry? She is the one basically that holds that industry up. The Koreans have made billions of dollars over the black woman, I mean, from the black woman over decades. So why shouldn't she finally have a piece of the pie? She's tired of being the consumer. Now she wants to be the owner. And she wants to keep that dollar circulating amongst black women. And I back it 100%. And as a black man, you should be backing it and you should be by her side, helping her achieve this, not sitting behind a computer somewhere being a coward talking about you're on your own because you're scared because there's another man involved. See, if it was two women coming after black women, oh, you get all tough, right? You want to get in there and fight that woman, but because there's a Korean man in the picture, you scared of him. Well, black women, you on your own. If it was the Korean woman, you would probably get into the fight because you're such a sissy. But because there's another man there, and the black woman is fearless, she's not going to let that man stop her from pursuing her goals, but they are trying to stop her. Let me explain something to you. The opposition that she's meeting, that opposition is foreign men. There are men trying to stop her, not women. And so where are you? There are men trying to impede your woman from accomplishing her goals. Where are you? You supposed to be the support. You supposed to be the one that comes in and say, hey, leave my woman alone. Take me on. Take on a real man. I'm here. Come at me like that. Where you at? I'll tell you where you at. You're on social media being a coward. pointing fingers, talking about, see, black woman, you done did it. So you on your own. And you're only saying that and you're only being a sissy about it like that. It's because there's a foreign man involved and you're afraid of males, right? You're afraid of other men. That's what your MO is. That's what your MO is now. You're afraid of other men. One second, y'all. And right, and so this is why. Hold on one second. So this is why you have the situation that you have right now. This is why you're in the situation that you're in right now. Is because you're afraid of other men, and that is the reason why you're saying the things that you're saying. Like I said, if it was two foreign women coming after black women, you'd be tough. You'd have your chest sticking out. You'd be talking all of this shit like you big, bad, and tough. But because there's another man there, your name is Bennett and you ain't in it. And you showing everybody the true coward that you really are. When you should be helping the black woman, you are cowering behind closed doors and you are afraid. And so now you're going to sit back and watch her take on a race of men all by herself. I'm going to tell you something, though. If she wins this battle against those foreign men, you can all but forget it. You think it's bad for you now with women out there like Cynthia G tearing you a new asshole? If the black woman wins this beauty supply battle by herself and defeat those foreign men by herself, it is a wrap for you as black men. It's going to be a wrap for you in the eyes of many, many black women. It won't be nothing you can say because your actions would have said it all. We will continue this on Ladies' Night because the ladies are going to have a very unique perspective and how they're going to present this. So look for the continuation. It won't be called Beauty Supply Cowards. It'll be something else. The women are coming from a different angle. They got way more information. All right. But they will be continuing this on Ladies' Night. So look for Ladies' Night Saturday at 6 p.m. Thank everybody for coming. Hold on. Thanks for tuning in to this podcast. How you doing, Princess Z? Sorry you came in a little late. I'm at the end of the podcast. But I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you. Talk to you later and see you on Ladies' Night tomorrow night. All right? Peace, power, and unity.